Hello, my heart's fans of chaos. Your king knife. It's found on me. Turk. I push my hair back just a little bit. Yeah, sorry. Alright, sorry, the hat was a little bit wrong. I just wanted to wear a hat today. Just because it's stylish and it matches with my hair color. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to have at least one thing out. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, fuck. Okay, there it goes. Alright, this is your key knife. It's about time EX Turk, and we're going to be discussing another Final Fantasy discussion. This is not a fan theory. This is a discussion now. What is Ideolas Aldercrapt's... And this is going to be a serious theory, of course. Now, if you want to go see my joke theory I made a couple of days ago, it's still in the description. But not the description, but it's at least 4 videos down at least. And the video was Ideolas Aldercrapt's past leaked by Hajime Tabata, which was actually a joke theory. Now back to serious theories and back to actually working. We're gonna get to actual theories. So the question is, what is Ideolas Aldercrapt's connection with the Starscourge? Now, as you see what happened after you defeat Ravis, you see a glimpse of Feralis coming up when all the demons are coming out of there. When Gladiolus, Ignis, and Prompto has to fight the demons while Noctis goes searches for the crystal. And one of those demons were Feralis. And if you know anything about Feralis, the boss Feralis is actually Ideolas Aldercrapt in demon form. And just like any other demons, they have connections to the Starscourge. Remember, in my theory video, I said that expressly that Ideolas Aldercrapt was patient 0 of the Starscourge, one of the very first people to be infected by the Starscourge, and the reason why, and also is the reason why Arden grew interested in Ideolas. Because Ideolas was the very first one of the very first lab rats of the Starscourge. That's, and the Starscourge happened it started long time ago. Now, it slowly took over. Like, within the 10 years, a lot of the Starscourge took over half the world besides the survivors that's in the stall of it. That is another video at another time. We'll talk about the survivors that lost Stalin in another day. Another time. Right now, we're talking about Ideolas Aldercrapt. Now, like I said, he's patient 0 of the Starscourge. Meaning, when he was younger, when he was a young man, and hashtag young Ideolas. No, but young Ideolas, when he was young, when Ideolas was young, he was infected with the Starscourge, and that's what started to cause him insanity and his obsession with the crystal. At first, he wanted to fix himself. Then, later on, wanted to dominate the world because Arden told him what the power he had and what he could gain with all that power. But that's another time and another thing. Ideolas don't have exactly the connection like Arden does. Like, Arden is completely connected to Ifrit. And that's why Ifrit was able to turn Arden into the walking Starscourge. The actual Starscourge. Because, in order to get rid of the Starscourge, Arden had to be banished. And the only way to banish Arden is to get rid of the Ring of Lucii, which will entail, as the only way to get rid of the Ring of Lucii is for all of Lucius Kyliums to be in the grave. It sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card thing. In order to banish the Ring of Lucii, all Lucius Kyliums have to be in the graveyard. But no, seriously, all of them have to die. Pretty much. So that's how Ifrit was able to make. That's how Ifrit was able to make. That's how Ifrit was able to make. That's how Ifrit was able to make Arden into the walking Starscourge. So yes, Ideolas don't have that connection. Ideolas, however, is connected to Arden because, Arden was appointed Chancellor, specifically appointed by Ideolas himself to be the Imperial Chancellor, because Ideolas and Arden had the same thought process. Because they had the same ideas, but Arden knew how to gain the power that Ideolas wanted. Okay, Arden knew how to gain the power that Ideolas wanted. So, in order for that to happen, you know, Ideolas would have to pretty much team up with Arden. And that's why Arden became Imperial Chancellor of Niflheim. Because Arden knows Ideolas knows some of Arden's secrets. He knows that Arden was a previous Lucius Caelium, which that was a good sign when later on Ideolas went to go take over Insomnia with that fake peace treaty thing. He pretty much asked Ideolas pretty much asked Arden for guidance how to handle the situation and how to defeat a Lucius Caelium king, because Arden was a Lucius Caelium king, and Ideolas knew that. Ideolas knew a little bit of Arden. Now, he didn't know that Arden was connected directly by the Starscourge through Ifrit, because the Niflheim Empire went on a crusade. Went on the crusade of hunting every single astral down. I mean, Ideolas would have killed off Ifrit, or tried to kill off Ifrit, thinking that he was one of the good astrals. And even then, Arden would be threatened by Ifrit because how powerful Ifrit is. Since Ifrit created the Starscourge using Arden and the disease set in the volcano, he is the creator of the Starscourge. And because of that, Ideolas would know how powerful he is and would be a threat to his power. And Ideolas don't like that at all, so he would try to go after Ifrit. Even bodyguard Ifrit that I talked about in the fan theory. But nonetheless, Ideolas' connection is through Arden, because Ideolas was one of the very first demon experiments, before becoming Emperor of Niflheim. It pretty much made Arden interested in Ideolas, and that's how they were able to form a bond, because Ideolas told secrets that only Arden would know. Even about the ring. He even told Ideolas about the ring. And because of that, he told Ideolas about the ring, the crystal, and all that stuff. That's how come Ideolas knows that stuff. Is because Arden told him. That's why Ideolas said, you know what? You're Chancellor of Niflheim. I like your ideas. This is actually going to help me dominate the world, of course. Little did Ideolas know, Arden was only manipulating him to get what he wanted from, him. He was only manipulating Ideolas to get what he wanted from him, and that's all. He wasn't really genuine with what he was going to give him. So, with that, and the fact that Ideolas' true form is of Feralis, that demon, all this time. So he's connected by the Starscourge of two reasons. Thus, he's one of the very first humans that turned into a demon, but was able to control that power, so he could still stay in human form and still do what he wanted. In fact, he was able to control Feralis' power against Ravis. That purple blast he did against Ravis that killed Ravis, nearly killed Ravis, because remember, Arden finished off Ravis. But what nearly killed Ravis was actually Feralis' power, and that was in his human form. So Ideolas trained really hard. That's how come Feralis can talk in human language, because he trained in his demon form a set number of times. A set number of times. And that's why, he controlled, because he's one of the very first. He was one of the very first ones to be turned into a demon by the Starscourge. So, Ideolas is part of the linked to the Starscourge, and is connected to the Starscourge based off of he's one of the very first experiments that have gone right and was able to control the experimental form he transformed into. Two, he is the Niflheim Emperor, and it was because of Arden the Niflheim Empire was able to take over a whole bunch of territories thanks to Arden's help. So Arden told him the secrets about the ring and the crystal, and told him the crystal was in Insomnia. And that's why they went to attack Insomnia. That's why they went to attack Insomnia. Because the crystal was in Insomnia. So Arden had displayed the secrets that he told Ideolas. He told Ideolas all these secrets for one thing. To manipulate Ideolas, using Ideolas' greed against him to destroy Insomnia. That way, Arden would take the power away from Ideolas and use the crystal and the ring and become the Ascended King he truly wanted to become. But yes, he's connected by the Starscourge. Let's review. Because he's one of the first to turn to a demon successfully. Arden. And 3, his connection with the crystal and everything, and why he wants it. So let me know what you think in the comments. May the crystal be with you, and like and subscribe and share if you think this theory is really good. I'm back to making real good content. May the